Happy Friday, everybody. Today's April 2021. Welcome to Daily Stock Market Update. Today is a very important channel. I'm going to share some great information with you that will help you in trading. If you like the content, please hit the like button. It's only going to take you 1 second to do it. It helps channel to grow. So please do so. Okay, so all right. So as I told you yesterday, if you watched my video from yesterday, I told you today is a cycle low. Okay, yesterday you can see this yellow cycle. So cycle was coming here, and today we bounced. All right, you can see S&P 500. It's up 0.08%, so it's now bouncing, and you can see even triple Qs, which is Nasdaq ETF, it's also bouncing. All right, so we took the bottom. If you bought it yesterday, that was a great entry. Now we're looking for a little bit of pump from here. All right, so you can see what's happening here. Just to recap, sorry, there is a lot of cycles here, but you can see what I did. I added another cycle here, which is this purple line. Let's quickly go to weekly chart to show you what's going on. It will give you some better idea here. Okay, this is high level analysis. So you can see this new cycle here. This is purple line here. This is the cycle of Russell 2000. Okay, so this is Russell 2000. If I show you weekly cycle, you can see it's going to get a little bit of dump here, and that's going to put some pressure on US. Sorry, let me go back to MES chart. That's going to put some pressure on S&P 500. Okay, this is E-mini futures of S&P 500. So what I'm expecting short term, basically a little bit pump. Okay, a little bit of pump, and then this cycle low here is coming. There's also this another cycle, and then also this blue cycle. So there are multiple cycles are coming. This purple cycle is cycle of US 2000. That's also going to put some pressure on MES to dump. So let's go back to daily chart. So long story short, at high level, I'm expecting a little bit of pump. So Apple earnings, I'll quickly show you Apple earnings are on 4th of May. I think market is going to hold until that 4th of May, which is in 2 weeks from now. So market will hold until Apple earnings, and that will kind of give a little bit more momentum. Okay, so this is around 4th of May. I think we're going to get a massive dump after that. It's not going to be a massive, actually. It's going to be a dip to buy. And you can draw how to know where to buy. You can draw like a Fibonacci retracement here from previous lows. Okay, this is basically futures chart. You can draw Fibonacci. Let's say if today was the top, anywhere around 40.50 to 39.74. Okay, so 39.50 to 40.50. So that will be a great zone to buy. Okay, so we can draw a box actually like that here. So let's quickly draw it. So 40.50. So let's say 40.50 to 39.50. Okay, so this is a great entry to buy here. All right, so let's move this box a bit here. Let's quickly move it here. So for around 40.50. So yeah, okay, so this is what my expectation is. Okay, so we're gonna get a pump next week, next couple of weeks, little bit of more pump, and then a dump. Okay, and that will be really good to buy. So you can look to take profits here. Also, we're going into the sell zone. All right, so you should look to take profits, then a dump followed by another pump. All right, so let's go back to weekly. You can see let's show you cycles here. You can see this cycle. There's this new cycle added here, which is Russell 2000. It's also going higher here. So I think we will have a great summer. So this dip will be the dip to buy. And then we're going to top out around 4,300 to 4,350. Okay. So I have right now a conservative approach, 4,300, and that will be the top of this year. And then we'll be having a dump later on. All right. So that's my expectation. So don't be too aggressive on when we are here around 4,300. That's the area to take profits. Okay, so if you don't like to day trade, or if you want to hold, just keep holding your positions. We're gonna have a dump, or you can sell in a couple of weeks, sell it, wait for this dump, this dip to buy. That's great time to buy, and then for another pump, and then that will be the top. All right. And this is another chart. So you can see in May, this is what I'm expecting this year to be. So you can see now we are in a bit almost towards the end of May. So we're getting this pump on S&P 500. We're going to top out around 4th of May, early May, and then we're going to get a dump. All right. So we're going to get this dump. That will be the dip to buy. Okay. So this is exactly predicting what I'm expecting. So June and July, early June actually is when exactly I'm looking to buy. Sell in a couple of weeks, take your profits, buy again, and then we're going to top out again probably in September, early fall. Late summer, top out, and then that will be the top. Okay, then we will be getting a dump. All right, So that's what my expectation is. So now we are very clear. So let's go back to daily. I just want to make sure you guys understand my plan and plan your basically trades accordingly. Let's go to this chart as well. This is my famous chart. So we are now almost entering, basically we entered a sell zone, now we're dumping, but again we can have another pump and we can go a little bit more higher, okay, and then we will top out. All right. So also another thing I want to show, this is another rotation chart, okay, which I made. So this is for swing trading. So we are now around 337 points, so which is basically S&P 500 points. So from this is around 38.54 to now where we topped out around 41.80, so we can still have a little bit more pump. Ideal swing high, basically in order to make a good swing you need to have at least 400 points or very close to 400 points. So if we get a little bit more pump, which I'm expecting on a MES chart, that will be getting closer to around 350 to 400 points. That will be a good entry to short if you're looking to short. All right, so be mindful of that. All right, so going back here now, let's quickly look at SPY. This is the daily chart of SPY. Let's go to 1 hour chart. Again, flat day, almost a flat day. Looks like we made a bottom. And again, this is the projection. You can see a little bit more pump. Okay, I'm not sure if we're going to fill this 421. We could, depends on earnings next week. A lot of big stocks are Google, Amazon, Microsoft are showing earnings. So we'll see how far we go. But eventually, this is 4th of May. We're going to top out and then dump. And then all these green lines are the gaps. We could even come as close as 395, this big gap to close here. We can even go as low as this, but let's see. Let's be conservative around 401, 400. So fill here, maybe basically get this dump. Maybe we'll come here. So we'll see how far we go. Okay, that will be a really good opportunity to buy. And then we're going to have a pump. And then we're going to top out around 427. All right. So that's my high level plan. Let's save it. Now let's go to Wix. Wix got crushed. Okay. Again, if you saw my video yesterday, I saw this could be a Wix crush Friday. That's exactly what's happening. So if you're going to get another pump, okay, so I'm expecting Wix to fall between 1660 to 15. So you can see here, if I zoom out a bit, this is what I'm expecting. It's going to fall around here. Okay, exactly like this. Fall down next couple of weeks, just chop around. And then eventually Wix is going to pump higher, and that will be the dip we're going to get in SPY, and that will be the pump we will be getting in Wix. So you can buy Wix calls in a couple of weeks if you're interested. So let's see how it goes, but that's what my projection is. Now let's go to MNQ, which is Nasdaq. So it should behave similar to SPY and S&P 500. Okay, sorry, I'm still recovering, guys. Sorry about that. So you can see. This is the MES, MNQ chart. We are very close to the bottom purple line. So if we get a little bit more dump, you should be looking to buy. We should be looking to sell here. So probably next week or next couple of weeks, if we are here towards top purple line, you should be looking to sell here. All right. I'll keep you guys updated. All right. Okay. Now this is MNQ. Again, same thing is here. Okay. A little bit more pump. Okay. This is the blue cycle. This is another bigger cycle. It's going to put some upward pressure, a little bit of more pump, and then we're going to get a dump. All right. Triple Qs. Again, flat today. All right. And again, this is the gap. Let's see if it closed. I don't think we closed this gap. There's still this gap here, but it doesn't need to close here. Again, my top target's 322. So it's possible we can go and from here we can go and touch, depending on the earnings, we could go even as high as 320, 321, even go as high as 328, and then we're going to get a dump. All right, to fill these gaps, let's fix these lines. All right, so that's what I'm expecting. All right, on triple Qs. US 30, same thing, a little bit of pump. Okay, now actually we should adjust this. So a little bit of pump, find resistance here, and then a dump. All right. US 2000 again, so basically just chop around, and then the cycle low is coming here, probably going to bottom here, and then a pump later on. All right, so we're expecting equal lows or even lower lows. All right, crude oil is bouncing, but still did not fill this gap. It came very close to filling this gap. It found support this 50 daily SMA line, red line, did a bit of bounce, but still gap left. So I'm expecting weakness in crude oil. I'm not bullish on energy sector this year, and this is where it should bottom around June timeframe. All right. Bitcoin, I released a short video here soon. You can check my short videos. But basically, I'm expecting a little bit of dump. Okay, this is a cycle low here. So basically, a little bit of dump very soon, and then it's going to be followed by a pump, and then eventually, this is the significant zone, risk zone here around 1st of August. So that's where we should be looking for. Maybe it can even go to fill this gap, 20K. Okay, so we got to be careful. So this dip is to buy. Okay, we can draw a Fibonacci retracement from here to the top. Oh, sorry, I got the wrong one. So you can draw a Fibonacci from here to here. Okay, so look to buy here around 0.38 to 26,000 to 23,400. So we can draw a box. Let's see. We can draw a box like here around 26,000, 23,400, and then we can get rid of the other ones. And that's how it's gonna be. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Just recovering. So all right, so this is the zone to buy. Okay, so you can see it around 26,000 to 23,500. Okay, so look to find support here. Also this you can see this daily 50 SMA red line. You can see this red line. This is also coming here, so that's going to be intersecting very close to our top support. Okay, so if we get this pullback, so this pullback can even end here. Okay, it can even happen this weekend and here and then a bounce. Okay, so just be careful. Okay, so looking for this support in this box. Okay, Ethereum chart, let's go to weekly chart. You can see 1600 to 1700 is the support zone. All right, I was expecting a little bit of more chop before selling, but now it's selling heavily, so it looks like it wants to come down to the support now sooner than later. So I do expect basically go down here. Okay, find support and then a bounce. All right, so look to buy around 1700. Also this 50 SMA is around 1743, so that will be also a good area to buy. All right, let's go to dollar again. You can see looking for more weakness into July time frame. All right, gold, let's go to gold. It's basically gold is buy the dip market. It's going to be a very good time to buy gold before the next leg higher. All right, so now this 1920 support is what I'm looking to buy gold. So a little bit of more weakness. The cycle low is coming around 10th of May. So a little bit of more weakness around 1920, and also this rising 50 SMA is also coming. So look to buy there, and then we're going to have a new bounce on a new all-time high. All right, that will be really good time to buy gold miners or a dip higher later on. All right, silver, same thing, looking for weakness around 23. This is a support zone and then a bounce later on. All right, and wheat futures still looking good. Okay, let's quickly look at wheat ETF. So basically you can see it's making equal lows or lower lows with the positive momentum on PPO and RSI. Okay, so again nothing changed, so looking bullish. So it's a good time to buy wheat. You need to buy now when nobody's talking about it. Okay, you don't need to buy when it's all here, all the way at the top here. All right, this is good ETF to buy right now, wheat, if you're interested. All right, let's go back to where we were. Palladium. All right, so Palladium, I did some cycle analysis. Looks like it was this cycle low coming here, so it's possible we can come down to this 50 SMA. Okay, this is the red line here, 50 SMA line around 1460. All right, so that will be good area to buy. And also the cycle low is coming here around June June time frame, so look to buy there, and then it's gonna be another massive pump here. So yeah, so buy the dip right now on Palladium. A bit of weakness is okay. You can see also RSI is very oversold here. Okay, so a little bit of weakness is healthy for Palladium to go for next leg higher. All right, TNX is mortgage rates again 0.71% up today. Looking for sell-off. Okay, eventually there's also a gap here, but looking for filling the bottom gaps first. All right, this is bonds. Again, this is new cycle I added here. You can see this cycle low is coming around 1st of May, looking it for a little bit of sell-off, then a bounce. All right, and I think those are. Let's quickly look at sectors. Gold again, it's at support. You can see this is major support here. You can see support, you're very close to support. Maybe it will get a little bit bounce and then go down. So I think it's most likely it can do this, little bit of bounce, then go down, and then eventually go and fill these gaps. Okay, so this rising support here, this rising support 50 SMA is going to act as a support on gold miners. All right, And then XLE was down today. Oil was up and it was down. Very interesting. You can see oil was up today. XL is down. This is telling you weakness is coming. And my targets are this gap fill first around 82, then second gap fill 80, and then my final target is 71.55. All right. Utility sectors, again looking good. Let's update this. So basically, I'm expecting with the dump, so a little bit more pump and then a dump. All right, to fill these gaps. In utility sector, same as S&P 500. XLV is going to do same thing. So we're going to have a little bit of pump to create some divergences. Okay, so you can see now if you have a new high, you can make a new high and then come down. All right, based on S&P 500. XLF again is very weak, guys. It's not even able to close above this. Also, it's going to have a bearish crossover. Okay, so you can see this 200 SMA is about to cross 50 SMA, very weak. And also this cycle low is coming here, so looking for dump, equal highs, equal lows, or lower lows. All right, XLI, which is industrial sector, we have to update this. So I'm expecting a little bit of pump from here. Okay, and then a dump. All right, on this. Same thing with real estate sector. So let's update this again, a little bit of pump here and then dump. All right, let's quickly look at Tesla doing a dead cat bounce. All right, and this because it's so oversold, if I go to 1 hour chart, you can see it's very oversold. You can see this whole red thing is oversold. Now you should be looking to sell the rip. Okay, with S&P 500 pumping next couple of weeks, it can go up to fill this gap, but you should be looking to sell after that. Okay, and then the cycle low is coming later on, so look to sell around this gap fill. It can go even as high as this 184, but yeah, that will be good area to sell, and then it can come down to even fill these gaps. Okay, around 145. So that's what I'm expecting on Tesla. Let's go to other charts. Apple, you can see what's happening on Apple. I drew a bearish rising wedge. This is the purple line. You can see what's happening. This is a bearish pattern. You can see it has a bearish momentum on PPO. You can see PPO is going lower. Okay, and RSI is also lower. Okay, you can see here. This is the RSI, and you can see price is going higher with lower momentum on PPO and RSI, and it can get a dump. All right. So how to know what's the target? You can draw a distance from here to here. Okay, the distance of the widest wedge, and depending on when we get breakout, it can come down here. Actually, it can even come to this trend line. So let's extend this trend line. It can even come down here. So depending on how you draw trend line, it can even come down here, and that will be a good area to buy again around 137. All right. So that's what I'm expecting on. So let's make a right path here. So again, earnings are coming around 4th of May. So it can have a little bit of more pump, but eventually, like 4th of May, it can stay in the wedge, and eventually it's going to dump. All right. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know how much it's going to be the dump, but for now, let's make it at least here, fill these gaps. All right. This is the last gap which we have to fill. Amazon not able to cross above this 200 SMA, this blue line. Okay. Also this daily trend line. You can see this is a daily trend line, purple line. It's possible during earnings we can pump here and hit this and then sell off. So be aware of that. It also was gapped up today. You can see gapped up. Okay, so create another gap. Eventually these gaps will be filled, but let's see. Maybe they will pop up, make everybody fool during earnings, and then it's going to dump. All right. There's no divergence on Amazon though, because this is not a high yet, but you can still see no divergence. So chart is mixed. Okay. Google has divergence on PPO and RSI. If I draw this line, I will show you. You can see this bearish momentum on PPO, and also RSI has bearish momentum. All right, and earnings are coming very soon. Okay, so it's possible we can pump during earnings. Okay, and then eventually come back to this trend line. All right, this is a trend line. All right, so that's what my estimation. Netflix already earnings out. Again, same thing. Probably let's see 1 hour chart. Did it create any gaps? No, another gap from yesterday is still intact. So let's go back to daily. Basically, yeah, fill these gaps and then come back to to fill some of these bottom gaps. All right, that's what I'm expecting on Netflix. Meta, again, bearish rising wedge. You can see this purple line wedge. It's going in a wedge. Okay, still holding support. So we'll see how earnings goes. One thing to see, huge negative momentum on RSI and PPO. That's a bearish pattern. So maybe during earnings you can have a big dump, and this is a massive gap here. So it could even start here. Okay, so let's quickly see if we get a dump, how much it's gonna be. Oh, that's 20%. I hope it's not that bad. But again, this is a bearish sign. Okay. So we'll see how next week during earnings how this stock is doing before that. All right, Microsoft just chopping around. Okay, it could be creating a flag, so we'll see how earnings go, but it already went so high, so I'm expecting it to soon top out. Okay, so if earnings are good, it could go up, fill these gaps, and then come back to fill bottom gaps. All right, it's also a gap here around 309, can even go as high as that. Snowflakes is earnings are still far away, looking good. So I think it's going to keep pumping higher, and this is one of the good stocks to buy. You can see it dumped so much, still did not pump. It's just in this consolidation. If we go to weekly chart, we can see it's on this consolidation with higher momentum on PPO and RSI, so it's looking good. So Snowflakes is one of the stocks which I'm very bullish on. All right, Nvidia closed flat today. Again, this is a trend line, so actually there are a couple of trend lines. We can get rid of this trend line. Again, this another trend line, white trend line, it's right on there. 1 hour, I think there was a gap here. It closed this gap and it managed to close green. So it's just, I think, holding maybe until Apple's earning, and it's going to dump. All right. AMD was down 1.86% again on this support here, this red 50 SMA line. So probably next move will be after earnings, and I'm expecting a dump after earnings on AMD. All right. Okay, guys, that's it. I think, yeah, I covered everything. And please, on your way back, hit the like button, and have a great rest of the Friday, and have a great Friday, and a great weekend. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.